Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Unlocked, the show where I unlocked all of game's trophies and tell you if it was worth my time or not. As I said in the last episode, I was a Nintendo kid growing up, but I wasn't exclusive to the big N. So I got many chances to play Sony's PS1 games, especially Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3. So when I got my PS2 back in the day, and I heard that developers of Crash Bandicoot, Naughty Dog, was coming out with a new title for the PS2, I just had to get my hands on it. And I did. The Jak series quickly became one of my favorites on the PS2, and cemented the pair for many as the PlayStation 2's mascot. So today, I'm going to unlock all the trophies for Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, from the PS4 collection. So what just is Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy? Set in a fantasy world, one night these two boys, Jak and Daxter, go exploring the Forbidden Island where they stumble upon lurkers, this game's baddies, having a secret meeting. They get found out and Daxter falls into dark eco and comes out an Otzel, which is just what it sounds like, a cross between an otter and a weasel. The pair return to their village and ask Samos the sage how to restore Daxter, but the cranky old sage studied eco, the life-giving variety, so he doesn't have a clue what to do. However, his fellow sage Gull studies the dark variant, and he just might know what to do. Problem is that Gull just happens to live on the other side of the freaking world, and most of the village are separated by these kind of lava passes. But Kira, Samos' daughter and mechanic, devises if the two can gather enough power cells, they can power Jak's Zoomer to traverse these passes. See, the world is littered with the remains of this ancient precursor society. These guys created the world as the characters know it, but like all mysterious past civilizations, one day they just vanished, leaving their remains scattered across the globe for the current society to speculate about. You can't go 2 feet in this world without finding some kind of precursor remains sticking out of the ground, whether it be these idols, temples, or their machinery. The most common precursor artifacts are the precursor orbs, which are in so much abundance that the current society is using them as currency. The other main artifact are the precursor power cells, which you'll need to power your Zoomer, which are scattered around every level as the main collectible and the goal for every objective. To aid Jak on his venture, he can use various types of eco, this universe's magic-like substance, to his advantage. Green eco heals, blue eco makes you go fast and reactivate precursor tech, red makes you strong, and yellow lets you shoot fireballs out of your hand. And the dark stuff just kills you. If you haven't guessed yet, Jak and Daxter is a 3D collectathon, like your Super Mario's 3D games or your Banjo-Kazooie's. You have a hub area which leads you to various levels where you'll find your power cells to power up your Zoomer, and precursor orbs that you can trade in for more power cells. Then you just power up Jak's Zoomer, progress to the next village, and start the progress all over again. Stock, but there's nothing wrong with using a winning formula, and I find it to be one of the better collectathons, if a bit on the easy side. Jak's movement feels similar to that of Mario's from his 3D platformers. There's a real sense of flow to each action, and anyone trying to be speedy will have a blast long jumping into uppercutting into punching your way through every stage. For a more descriptive video on Jak's movement, I'd suggest checking out the Gaming Brits deep dive in the series, but just watch out, it's a bit long. But with that said, let's get on the trophies. Here's my path to the platinum. Step 1. Beat the game. Your main goal will be getting to the end, pretty obvious, but your real goal will be saying the true ending, meaning you'll have to find every power cell. The trophies of this game are assigned to what seems like random power cells, so just go for what you need to get to the next village, and you're sure to ding out a couple. Repeat this just a couple more times and you'll make it to Gull and Mai's Cathedral. Step 2. The wrap-up. Once the game is beaten, return to all those uncompleted stages and sniff out the remaining power cells and orbs. You may want a guide for this, but honestly, I was able to find everything pretty easy. Nothing was too hard, and the level design is really good at pointing out just where you have to go and where to find the things. And with that, you'll unlock Jak and Daxter's Platinum. Top of the heap. Yep, that's it. Not too much to talk about here today. At least you get a movie teasing the next game. Jak and Daxter is a great game, but it is a bit on the easy and short side. I knocked this one out over a weekend, but I've seen some people do it in an afternoon. Still, during those few hours, I had a great time and even a few chuckles. Daxter isn't quite as funny as I remember him, but he still had a bunch of gags that got me. I just think his humor in the later games better suited me. And Jak made for a solid silent protagonist, but I think I'm just more of a fan of the talking, edgier Jak from the sequels. Changed up the ratings. Instead of just going with a boring old number, I'm going to assign a trophy to every game. and to the trophy unlocking progress. I'm going to call these shadow trophies, are the lowest rating. Goes to things that I hated and getting through it was a chore. Bronzes are awarded to those that are flawed, but they still have a few redeeming qualities. Silvers are right down the middle. Some good, some bad. Golds are for those that are good, really good, but they just have a few flaws that just don't make them perfect. And then lastly we have the platinums, which I think are flawless, and I would easily recommend to anyone. So with that said, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, is getting a gold, and its platinum is getting a gold as well. As I said, it's great, but to me, I think it's just a bit on the short side. I was having such a great time with this world, and before I knew it, the adventure was just over, and I was left wanting more, which I guess is a sign of something good. But maybe another hub, more levels would have satisfied me. Let me know in the comments if you unlocked top of the heap too, or how far you got. Or just let me know what other games I should unlock. I'm the O Fanboy, signing off, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Unlocked. See ya.